Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Basic statistics course is part and parcel for getting success in every written test as well as interview of statistics. Dear students, it is lecture number 31 of that course, and today the topic which I want to discuss with you, that is very important, essential and vital, and that is multicollinearity. Before starting today's important lecture, I request everyone subscribe to my channel, like and share my channel, and click the bell icon for the notifications of the next videos. Let's start. In today's lecture, first of all, I will tell you what is collinearity. Dear students, when two independent variables are correlated with each other, then there is collinearity. And when more than two independent variables are correlated with one another in a multiple regression model, then there is multicollinearity. And if there is multicollinearity, then we cannot estimate the dependent variable, we cannot estimate the individual effect of the independent variable on our dependent variable. There will be the joint effect of independent variables on the dependent variable, a very important one. I will give you one example. We have expenditure. We spend our money on different household items. We spend on rent, we spend on petrol, we spend on the school fee of the children, we spend on vegetables, we spend on chicken. That is expenditure, and that is a dependent variable. And we have an independent variable, that is our income. It is x1, and there is another independent variable, and that is our wealth, our asset, our property. If these two independent variables are correlated with each other, then we cannot estimate the individual effect of each independent variable on the dependent variable. Then there is multicollinearity. And if there is multicollinearity, then we cannot interpret the regression coefficients, a very important concept. And if the question is, what is the meaning of that sentence? We cannot interpret the regression coefficients. It means the regression coefficients will have opposite signs. If, for example, a regression coefficient beta 1 is contributing, has a positive impact on the dependent variable, but its sign will be negative because of multicollinearity. And the second drawback is that if there is multicollinearity, then the t-test, which is used for checking the individual significance of each independent variable, that will be insignificant, because the regression, the standard error of the regression coefficients will be large, and that is the denominator of the t-test. What is t-test? Divide the error by the regression standard, divide the estimate, the difference between the value of the estimated value and the original value, by the standard error. When the denominator is large, the t value will be small and the t-test will be insignificant. That will not help you to check, to estimate the individual significance of each independent variable on the dependent variable. But the overall goodness of it, that will be significant with the help of f-test, a very important concept that is. Now we will start the multiple choice questions. Question number 1. Collinearity means A, occurs when we can determine the value of the dependent variable from a set of independent variables. Incorrect. B, is one of the many problems that may occur in multiple regression which violate assumptions about regression. Incorrect. C, occurs if there are too many independent variables in a regression. Incorrect. D, last option, collinearity occurs when two independent variables are highly correlated with each other. That is correct one, the D option. Question number 2. When more than two independent variables are highly correlated with one another, it is known as A, sphericity, B, a positive correlation, C, a factor. D, multicollinearity. As I told you earlier, when more than two independent variables are correlated with one another, then that is called multicollinearity. D will be the correct option in the exam. Question number 3. If multicollinearity exists among independent variables included in a multiple regression model, then A, regression coefficients will be difficult to interpret. Yes, I told you, because the signs of the regression coefficients will be opposite. That's why it is difficult to interpret the regression coefficients. It is correct, B option. Standard error of the regression coefficients for the correlated independent variables will increase. Yes, I told you, the standard error will increase. It is also correct. It means C option is both A and B. Both are correct. A very important one. Question number 4. For perfect multicollinearity, which one is not true? A, rank of X matrix is less than full rank. Incorrect. B, X prime X determinant cannot be inverted. C, X prime X X dash X inverse is indeterminate. D option, X dash X determinant is not equal to 0. Dear students, a very important concept: when there is perfect multicollinearity between the independent variables, it means R is equal to 1 and we have a correlation matrix, that is X, just multiplied with X transpose, and that matrix is always singular when there is perfect multicollinearity. When R is equal to 1, singular means, that is the definition of mathematics, its determinant will be equal to 0. As I told you, when R is equal to 1, there is perfect multicollinearity, then X prime X will be a singular matrix, its determinant will be equal to 0, and here the option is, D option is X prime X determinant is not equal to 0. That is incorrect one. Actually, that is our need. D will be the correct option in the exam. Question number 5. You have to worry about perfect multicollinearity in the multiple regression model because A, many economic variables are perfectly correlated. Incorrect. B, the OLS estimates is no longer blue. Incorrect. C, in real life economic variables change together all the time. Incorrect. D, the OLS estimators cannot be computed in this situation. When there is perfect multicollinearity, R is equal to 1, it means the OLS estimators cannot be computed. Please keep in mind, D is the correct option in the exam. Question number 6. Consider the following statements. Which one is incorrect? A, if multicollinearity exists, then X dash X inverse cannot be computed. B option, the method of least square is a statistically method. It's a statistical method. Incorrect. Both A and B are incorrect. Dear students, option A is, if multicollinearity exists, then X dash X inverse cannot be computed. Please keep in mind, they are not asking about the perfect multicollinearity. That is the concept. If there is perfect multicollinearity, then that cannot be computed. It means both A and B are incorrect. Question number 7. In the multiple regression model, the T statistic for testing that the slope is significantly different from 0 is calculated. A, from the square root of the F statistic. Incorrect. B, by multiplying the p-value with 1.96. Incorrect. C, using the adjusted R square and the confidence interval. Incorrect. D, dear students, when T test is used, T value will be calculated by dividing the estimate by its standard error. D will be the correct option in the exam. Assalamu alaikum.